Hi, welcome to some eyeshadow technique tips for you tonight. Say hi if you're watching, let me know, and ask me any questions at all in the comments and I will come straight back to you. So tonight I'm going to show you sort of what I believe are some essential sort of tips and rules for eyeshadow. I get loads and loads of questions about how to apply eyeshadow, what's the best colours to use where, and how to get the right look basically. So what I'm going to show you tonight, I'm just going to focus on one look because this look, using the sort of the tips that I give you based on colour, you can use different colours. You don't have to use the colours I'm going to show you tonight, but sort of the shades of the colours and the tips that I'm going to give you in terms of where you put those colours is a great one to follow as sort of a first step in terms of trying out something different perhaps with your eyeshadow, or if you're not sure what you're doing with your eyeshadow, definitely give this a try. It pretty much applies to anyone because there are different techniques you can use. It depends on the shape of your eyes and how your eyelids sit and things like that as to whether that will suit you or not. But this is pretty much tips for just general eyeshadow for anybody. So they're really, really great tips. Now what you're going to need is 4 colours, okay? So let me show you what I'm going to use. So and it is actually coincidence that our new palettes come with 4 colours. And I don't know if that's why they've done it as 4. But it's great because essentially, if you want to start out with an eyeshadow technique and you want to be a little bit more adventurous, perhaps you only ever use 1 colour, then getting 4 different colours that I'm going to discuss is a great way to start. And having them in a palette like this means you've got them right there in front of you, you know they go together, you know which one to use where, and you can go for it. And so I'm going to show you exactly how you do that. Now, just to confuse matters, I'm not actually going to use the 4 that are in here. I'm going to use 2 of them, this one and this one, but then I'm actually going to use these other 2 because I wanted to go for more of a goldy brown look. So imagine those 2 have replaced there basically. I could just pop them out and put them in, but I can't be bothered. But that's what's great about these palettes. So I could just pop those colours out, put those 2 other colours in, and then I've got my palette there in front of me. So basically what you want is you want a light sort of base colour, I would call it. So something that's a light colour. Then you want to pick your shades. So do you want to go sort of browns and golds? Do you want to go blues and greys? Do you want to go purples and pinks? So you want to pick colours that go together. If you want any advice on what colours to pick, then please let me know. Or if you've got existing eyeshadows and you don't know which ones go together, send me a picture of them and I can say, oh, put that one with that one and that one. I'm more than happy to help you utilise the makeup you've already got, definitely. Yeah, so you want to sort of pick colours that sit well together, and I can also recommend colours based on your own colouring and your eye colour and things. So I'm going to use this one as a light colour. Then you want sort of a mid-range colour, which I'm going to choose this one here, and then a darker colour that goes with it. So you can see they're sort of the same tone, but this one's just slightly darker. And then you want a little shimmer that matches in with those as well. Oops. So I'm going with these ones. We can get them all sitting together nicely. No, doesn't want to play ball. There we go. Going with those ones, okay? And I'm going to show you where to put those. So you want to take your lighter colour first and just use that almost like as a base and just pop it all over the eye. and that's just going to make sure you've got a nice base for the rest of your products to go on. Okay, and then you also, with that one, just going to take it up near the eyebrow, because that's just going to help define the area between your eyeshadow and your eyebrow. Okay, so we'll just do that for now. Okay, then you want to get your mid-range colour, which I'm going to go for this one, that's Agile. And this is going to be used as a transition colour, it's called, which is sort of where you use it as a little bit of a base colour, but it is going to show through slightly. And it's just going to start building up that colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop it here. Okay. And same the other side. So what you want to do first is just pop it on. So that's going into the crease area, this is called here. Okay. So just pop it on. Don't be too fussed right now about, oh, that's not blended in properly and it doesn't look right. Just pop that colour on first, and then without putting any more eyeshadow on your brush, then go in and do some blending. So blending, you just want to do little circular motions, and you want to focus on the edge of the eyeshadow. Not the whole bit of colour that you've put on, because all you want to do is blend the edges out. So you see quite quickly, I'm just focusing on the edge and I'm just blending the edges out a bit. Okay, so it leaves that nice colour on, but it's just blended it out a bit. Okay, and same on this side. You just want to focus around those edges, just blending that in. Okay, so that's called your transition colour. Okay. Then you want to get your darker colour. So this is going to be your crease colour. So I'm going to use a slightly different brush. I'm going to use a stiffer brush for this, okay? It's the first time I've used this colour. This is called Nonsensical. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? Okay, and then you're just going to pop that into the crease again. So by putting a darker colour in, so can you see one this eye compared to this eye, makes that eye seem more dramatic, more sunken, more depth to it. So it's making your eyes appear like, whoa, and they pop out more. It's all about illusions of light and dark. Okay, so that's really easy just to pop in that crease. And same on this side, into that crease. Okay. So that's your crease colour. Just blend that out a bit. And never, with eyeshadow, don't ever be afraid of colours. You can always blend it out. So I always try and start small and then add in, because you can keep adding, but it is more difficult to take away. So always start with a little bit on your brush and go in, and then you can build the layers up as and when you need to. If you go in with quite a lot on your brush to start with, then that's going to be more and more difficult to blend out. So that's one of my two biggest tips, I would say, is start with a small amount on your eyeshadow brush and apply it, and then go back in again, a small amount, apply it. And my other biggest tip is blending. Blending is the key. You can just get that colour on there, and then it's all about blending it in so it looks nice and smooth and blended in. Okay, so I'm just going to take, without adding any more onto that brush, I'm just going to take a little bit of that underneath the eye. Okay, so So obviously the colours I'm using are fairly dramatic. It depends what you're into. You know, you could use soft browns just for a really simple day look, or you could use really bright golds and more shimmers for a party look. So the principles apply to anything. It's just the colours that will change each time. Okay, so just smudged a bit on that inside there. So don't be afraid to correct anything that goes wrong. Don't worry if something goes wrong. It's always fixable, always. Okay, so I've added depth to my eyes there with the shading round here. You could add your shading across your eye here if you wanted to. I'm not particularly with this look, just because I don't fancy it. I do it a lot. And the same principle again. Just add a bit of colour into the corner and blend out. You probably don't want to blend any more than like halfway across your eyelid. So make sure that you're blending last to there. If it's getting too far across, put more of this base colour on and blend back over that way, okay? And then that last colour I'd got, which was that nice sparkly gold, I'm just going to use as a highlight on the inside of my eye. So I'm going to take that stiffer brush again, just going to get that colour off it. And then I'm just going to get some of this shimmer, just pop it in this inside corner here. Okay, and what this is doing is just adding highlight onto the inside corner of my eye and making my eye appear more open and awake and fresh, and making my eye appear bigger as well. So these are they're just very subtle little things that you can do. So hopefully you can see a slight difference there between the two eyes that just that little bit of shimmer on the inside has. Okay. Right, there we go. That's my eyeshadow. Right, I'm just going to pop a little bit of mascara on now. Okay, there we go. So a bit of mascara just finishes that look off beautifully, doesn't it? There we go. So give it a try. If you've got some eyeshadows already that you think you've got 4 that would go nicely together, give this look a try. If you want any advice on colours, if you've got some existing colours you'd like some advice on, or if you're interested in some new ones, let me know and I can make some recommendations. These palettes are just perfect because you get to pick your own 4 colours. You completely get to customise your own palette to, you know, your own shades that are exactly perfect for you. So they really are great, and give it a try. Thanks for watching. Bye.